what's about Virgin City Studio? You said it, and Django got this money and he put it together and said, okay, let's make a studio.
The thing about Virgin City that was cool was it was a clubhouse, you know, basically. And it was a place where we could all hang out and, like, get our chops. We could practice down there. It was already a rehearsal space where we all rehearsed. And so we could all practice there, and then when we decided, hey, let's record something, everybody could practice recording. Agent J learned how to record down there. I learned, Vic Rice really polished his shit up, you know? He basically, like, yeah, but that's where we figured out all those things, like with compression. I mean, where could you fool around with compressors and figure out what the hell a compressor does? I mean, nobody knows what a compressor does until you play around with it, you know? Or how to use different kind of reverb or whatever. It's all imaginary. It's all mysterious when before you touch it, you know? And then you're like, okay, this is, if I turn this knob, it makes us sound louder, you know?
Yeah.
Like really stupid shit, but it's like, you're really scared by it, you know, when you see people plugging in wires and setting up things. And then we learned that, you know, you just got to do it. You do it and do it and do it. And eventually it's no sweat.
And of course, this the time of the Virgin City was quite a prolific period for you guys, for what I personally call the New York gang.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite prolific.
It was prolific.
You guys put a lot of shit out there. And we, the fans, we missed that a lot. Yeah. And I know Django moved the studio to New Jersey, right? Because it's quite hard to pay rent in New York.
Yeah, they had a problem with the space.
And of course, this is a crucial logistic of fact. And it's hard to get the people together in there. But every once in a while, you guys get together again and do some stuff like you did with the Italian guy, with Mr. T-Bone.
Yeah,
This
sure.
great record out there. But what's missing? Know. What's missing in this in the whole reunion? But it's not as prolific as it used to be.
Well, everybody used to live in the same neighborhood, and everybody would stop by, and I mean, it was literally like I was basically living down there for a while, right? Because, like I told you before, so I was basically sleeping down there on my keyboard, you know, because that way the rats couldn't get to you as easy, you know. And like if a flood happened, which would happen once in a while, it would just wouldn't get you wet, you know. So I sleep on a pallet or the drum riser or something. And then I was down there. Everybody rehearsed. So Skinner Box rehearsed there, the Slackers rehearsed there, a bunch of other bands would come through. There was always some other thing going on. People were down there recording, mixing, having parties. After a gig, everybody loaded back into the place. And this was a crucial moment. Because when you were bringing all your stuff back and you just played a gig and everybody's half drunk and happy and hey, let's hang out, smoke some cigarettes, hang out, smoke a little weed, or whatever, you know. All of a sudden it's like, hey, let's record something. Or, hey, let's play that thing back. Hey, you want to hear what I did yesterday? Yeah, sure. And all of a sudden Vic is doing a dub mix. And then we're like, hey, that sounds great, man. Hey, kid, I got my organ right here. Can I play something on it? Yeah, sure, man. And then Vic's hanging out and Jay's doing a dub. And then it's like, all of a sudden it's a party, and then we're down there for the next 6 hours recording things. Hey, set up some microphones, let's do a thing. And so, of course, we recorded so much stuff. Jeff has a shelf full of tapes. It's about 30 tapes down there in his place, maybe more, maybe 50, I don't know, of stuff that, like, we've only used parts of those tapes. There's entire tapes that have never been heard by anybody. It's just us playing, hanging out, jamming.
Attention collectors.
You know that that Rocketee record?
Yeah.
Like, I never knew how that took place. The Rocketee record, supposedly, was just that. Rocketee was hanging out, and he's like, hey, let me sing on a rhythm. And he starts singing. And he's like, the next rhythm played, and he was like, let me sing on that one, too. And singing, hey, you got anything else? Next thing they knew, they had 17 songs. And then for my solo shit, this is how all that stuff started. I was down there playing the drum kit, and the drums were tuned really weird. And I thought, oh man, listen to that drum sound. Get a microphone, man, you know. And Vic was like, yeah, sure. He put up a mic, and I was like, you know, boom, 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 boom. And then I was like, let me put a guitar on it. And Jay, let me borrow your guitar. And I put the thing. And then I made this little tune that came out on that compilation. I forget what it's called, Motel Room or something. That's how that started. Yeah. So then I was like, oh, cool. And they were like, man, that sounds like some old blues shit. Or that sounds like some swamp thing.
Yeah.
And then then Jeff put it on the record. I was trying to make these weird ska, reggae clones that mixed rock with whatever. Mm-hmm. And everybody heard what I was doing, and they got excited. And then Jeff put it on the little comp records.
Yeah.
You know.